everyone. It is Comic News. I am Duke.
And I am the real Manos.
Yes, we have only one DC-related thing to talk about.
Whoa.
No,
Can you
technically,
believe it?
Our first one's is kind of heavy DC, but yeah, so Manos won't be yelling obscenities, or at least as far as I can tell, he won't be yelling obscenities.
Oh, I don't know. I might get upset.
You just see one word and it just pushes you.
Well, let me just explain to our audience. I just got off work, and I don't know. I had an irritating day, so I don't know. I might go off on something. Although I don't want you to be disappointed if I don't. So.
Well.
But that might happen.
Yes, for those wondering, Manos isn't visited by that guy who talked about Sophie Tucker every day, so...
No, I wish I saw that guy today.
Yeah, I was about to say, that would have made your day better, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's uncomfortable, but that would have been a huge improvement over what I had to deal with today. So.
Yes. Also, and I figured this was worth mentioning, a few people have gotten to me saying, why did you have to ruin Deathstroke for me from our last show?
We ruined Deathstroke for people?
Well, by making him stroke, we did, apparently.
Oh.
And then someone came up with a brilliant thing on Twitter. I didn't know you guys were writing the book. Because I mentioned that on Twitter. I'm like, I've gotten 5 messages of people saying, why did you have to give me that image? I'm like, not my fault. I gave myself that image. You think I'm proud of that? No. But, yes.
Wait, you are proud of that. You told me very specifically after we stopped recording.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm so proud of myself, you said.
I went on, some sort of Braveheart speech about how proud I am, and then I was killed.
That's right.
That was the weirdest night ever. Well,
you're weird post recordings.
I just gotta let steam off, man. I just gotta let off some steam. I have to act a bit more normal for this. So come on, you people don't want to know what I'm really like. Okay, so our very first story is a bit of a doubter, but I wanted to mention it.
Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently we almost lost connection for a sec.
Oh, okay. Well, we did.
Okay. So this past Sunday, we're recording this on a Tuesday. Joe Kubert passed away, and a bummer. I'll just say that. I don't know what to say.
What was the actual
cause? I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to see if this article knows. You talk about him. I'll look it up if I can.
Well, of course, Joe Kubert, man. I mean, he was one of the greats. I mean, along the lines of the Stan Lees and the Will Eisners and the Jack Kirbys. This guy was like a drawing machine and still working. Up until his death, really.
He was working on one of the Beyond Watchmen titles.
Yeah.
With one of his sons.
That's right.
And apparently he was also working on Joe Kubert Presents, an anthology series.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that guy has a better work ethic than you and me combined, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way, I don't know, 85. He passed away when he was 85. And that's, to be honest, that's the way you do it. You keep doing the thing you love. And why stop if you don't have to?
Yeah.
And, of course,
he was always working. It seemed like he was always on something constant in the last few years, which is strange because people, especially people his age who've worked in comics before, for many reasons they can't or don't.
Yeah, even Stan Lee, who's, Stan Lee, he's not always writing stuff. He's doing a lot of producing and pitching and stuff like that, but he's not, he occasionally writes, he occasionally puts together something, but not to the equal of what Kubert was doing.
No.
Kubert was always working, and I, you know, it's really sad to lose someone so dedicated, and at least you could say that he lived a full life, and he got to the point where at least he got to see his work really appreciated. Maybe unlike some comic creators in the past, didn't live as long to see their work appreciated, and I was just not watching, excuse me. I was just listening to a piece on Bill Finger on NPR the other day, and he passed away in 1980 or something like that. In the 70s, 80s, and he died kind of like not penniless, but not doing well, and not to the point where people really he didn't pass away really recognized for his great work in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just happy that at least Kubert was fairly well appreciated in his time, so we don't have that kind of sad story.
I have nothing to say. That was beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's just really sad to see legends like this, knowing they're not around. I mean, yeah, we'll see some. I don't know how far ahead, because I'm convinced none of the Before Watchmen books are finished, because almost every creator related to that has never been on time in the last couple of years. With the exception, him and his son, I have a little bit more faith in than everyone. Well, Darwin Cook, I have faith in him, but yeah, mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm really curious to see if that anthology thing gets released at all. I don't know how, because this is the first I've ever heard of it. So yeah, it's. I was not sure if I wanted to do this, because I was convinced I was going to act the way I'm acting right now and just have nothing to say. Because how can you really say something about a legend whose work I haven't really dived that deep into? I've read an old war comic here and there that he did. And
yeah.
I feel really bad I haven't. I need to get off my lazy ass and try and read something he's done, either more recent or try and get some older stuff. I feel bad about that.
I've occasionally seen some of his Sergeant Rock and his Batman stuff, and in the last few years he was just kind of all over the place. So,
exactly.
Yeah, occasionally you did come across something of his.
So I'm probably gonna get something. He did this graphic novel that was based in Vietnam, because he was a Vietnam veteran himself.
Yeah.
That he didn't. Not only did he take his past experience, but he did insane research on. I might get my hands on that. I don't know the title of it. It's kind of an odd title that features the year and the name of the location and all that. And it's a Vietnamese city I can't pronounce without really offending someone. Get ready for one of our next stories. I'm going to just not even try and pronounce some of the names. But it's just sad.
All right.
And I, wish the best to his family. Many fans are sad he's gone. So let's move on to silliness.
All right. Well, with Joe Kubert's passing, I think it's time to just move on to some good news. Hey, Rob Liefeld might be retiring.
Yes, we move from a comic legend to a guy who worked in comics who we all know.
To someone who's infamous.
Yeah, I was using that, but let's face it, I don't think Rob Liefeld deserves a big word like that.
Although I will say, lately I've been finding this odd appreciation for him, because a number of the things he's created has actually gone on to become really good.
Without him, though.
Without him, but he started it. It's so weird. It's there's Deadpool and Cable for one thing, and Glory and Prophet, and Shatterstar is really cool over in and X Factor. It's so odd that
I know.
that,
I know what you're getting at too.
yeah, I mean, it's like, Peter David once compared him to Ed Wood.
Oh, that's perfect.
And
Except for the cross-dressing thing.
yeah, and he wasn't being a smartass about it. He was saying he's really thought about it, and they both kind of have the same viewpoint where, hey, the details aren't important. What I'm doing is my vision and stuff like that. And they have a bunch of ideas, but they don't have the talent to quite get them to that point. But they have full of love. I mean, you look at Liefeld stuff, and he loves what he's doing, which is what.
Yeah, I can't take that away from him. He's happy with what he's doing, and yeah, exactly.
But he was like, well, hey, feed for people who really care too much.
I know.
Those are for nitpicky people.
You have a very strong point.
And and Ed Wood was kind of that way. It's like, yeah, no one will notice the tombstones are cardboard.
So does that mean someone has to make a biopic about him and
yeah,
and then be one of that director's only good movies? After that, he makes a bunch of really annoying, whimsical shit. Oh, look, it's either dark or so colorful that your retinas want to commit suicide.
That's right. Yule Bowl, it's your time to be still.
It's your time to shine, buddy.
Yule Bowls, Rob Liefeld.
Rob Liefeld will be played by Christian Slater.
Or
Or Dolph Lundgren, whoever he could finally get.
Let's see. I don't know. Christian Slater might not be a bad Rob Liefeld. But anyway, let's get to this hoo-ha. That
he's apparently retiring from superhero comics next year.
Right. He's at least leaving DC. And
this is really vague, and it's actually like a very old, almost a month old.
My guess is he's taking a break. He's taking a professional break. He's been working a lot. And I don't know, maybe he's going to do something without costumes.
Yeah, like he's just saying, well, the thing is, this is the best article I could find. It's still vaguer than high hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, he could easily be like, I'm going to see if they'll let me do a Vertigo book, or do something without tights and.
Yeah, it's probably going to be something with soldiers and just that's it, and no costumes. And then after a couple of years, he's going to make a huge, big return again.
I'm coming back to superheroes. We didn't ask you.
Here I come. Don't come.
You're fine over there, I suppose. But we will say this: if he is actually completely done from it, then me and Manos did prepare 2 cakes for him. We prepared a cake with the likeness of the perfect human being to him, and by that I mean we just put frosting all over it and pretend it was a human being. And then my cake, I actually drew a foot with frosting. And we are going to enjoy this. It'll be great. In your honor, Mr. Liefeld. I
ain't buying a cake.
I
bought a cake for Batman when he
I totally bought 2 cakes, I swear. No, but yes, we hope you enjoy your new career as a weatherman, because we all know you fell in love with that. I fell in love.
Liefield's extreme weather.
We hope whatever you're planning on doing, it's not going to hurt too much. You got any more to say?
No. Okay, guys, it's going to be partly cloudy today with a 30% chance of raining of death!
Of extreme! Woo!
Woo!
Don't bother mowing your lawn, because after this weather, your lawn will be afraid to grow.
Ah!
Okay, that I sadly stole from a scene from Romeo and Juliet, but it was the only funny scene in that movie.
Okay, I believe it.
It was Hulk Hogan selling a lawnmower. It was hilarious.
All right, who's up for some new stuff?
Yeah, because we have a lot of new stuff to talk about.
Yeah, lots of. I gotta tell you, I picked the best week in the world to stop reading DC Comics.
I know. I have you picked you caught lightning in a bottle, it seems.
Yeah, this was the best timing. I officially stopped buying.
If you dropped like a month earlier, you would have had old Liefeld to look forward to. He would have said, "I'm coming back. I'm even coming back more to superheroes."
But I dropped all DC books last week with Batman 12, and some people have asked me like, "Oh, was Batman 12 that bad?" And like, no. I mean, that's not what I was talking. I was waiting until Batman 12 came out before I dropped it.
And the thing I'm getting from you, like some people have been asking me about this too because they're too afraid to go to you, I'm guessing.
Why would they be so afraid of me?
I know, like you're the calmest guy I've ever met.
I only destroy them. What's that?
Yeah. You're the whole New 52 thing. You're just fed up with. Even good books are tainted by just knowing all the other things that have ruined for you.
Yes.
And I've had to explain that. I'm like, can't you just go ask him? Like, you know what? I'll just cut and paste. I have a notepad thing saved with a little message. I just cut and paste to those people. I got like 4 messages.
Wow, really?
Yes. They're like,
okay,
like they were coming to me like you were on some sort of weird relapse. It's like, is Manos okay, man? I don't think he's doing too well. I'm like, I don't know anymore. You're asking me, like I'm the guy you should come to see, oh, I don't think he's okay. Let's ask the crazy guy on the internet. It was just
right,
weird.
So what are these questions?
Just why is he leaving? Like, why is he done with DC? You seemed like a big DC. I don't know why. I
was a big DC guy.
Exactly. Like, I'm guessing that's what confused him. Me getting these questions confused me.
It's all just the same question. Why?
Yeah, it
why
was
is he
just like,
DC?
yeah, I heard Manos is leaving, like, done with DC. Why? It was like,
New 52.
Yeah.
I'm tired of not. What's that?
No, it's all right. I was interrupting you.
I am tired of not knowing what the hell is going on, and I don't like the changes. Well, actually, a lot of the changes are worse than what they replaced. I mean, the whole new Wonder Woman reboot is terrible. It's really disheartening.
I never caught on to that. I read like the first 2 and forgot about it.
Yeah, I read the first few and it's like, oh, are we doing the Seuss thing? And then they were, and like, oh, okay, let me keep reading, and then it got worse.
And then the next reboot, she's gonna become a man.
Yeah. I mean, why isn't she a man already?
She's going to have a jacket again and ride a motorcycle. It'll be awesome.
And what was frustrating about what's oddly frustrating about the Wonder Woman reboot is it's being done really well. I mean, Azarello is a good writer, and Cliff Chang's a good artist.
It's just that there's just certain details that just rub you the wrong way.
Not details, choices.
Choices.
The complete direction of the series is just an affront to anything that I've kind of liked about Wonder Woman, and it's kind of done. It's like, I don't even see them coming back off this, and I don't know what's canon, and here's the thing: when you don't know what's canon, when you don't know what continuity is supposed to be what, then you're taken out of it. And why, you just wonder, it's like, why should I get any kind of emotional involvement in this? Because I don't know what's going on. And that's kind of that. It's just like, because Logan asked me, like, is it tainting my opinions of the old books? And it's like, no, the continuity on those books are pretty decent. It's the continuity of the current stuff. And it's like, I don't know what's what. And it has, like, kind of damaged it for the good books. Because for a while I was thinking, well, I'll read Batman and Batwoman and a couple other things. And
Batwoman just went downhill.
Oh, man, that second story arc was, But, I mean, yeah, I can't. And here's the thing. This isn't one of those, I banish them forever. kind of things.
You should totally get a robe and just make that video, and then whenever you actually come back, if that's gonna happen, you should be like, okay, fine, I changed my mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not one of those things. It's like, I'm going to take a break from DC until they figure out what they're doing.
You're
and
kind of
then I'll be
pulling
happy
Grant
to come
Morrison's pulling.
And even Grant Morrison doesn't know what's going on.
Well, to be fair, I don't know if he's known what's really been going on outside of his perfect world.
He's usually the one who knows what's going on, and now he doesn't know what's going on.
I don't know. Well, it's just his Scottish accent, so I have no idea what the hell he's saying.
Yes, but I will probably buy the occasional miniseries and graphic novel, and maybe some back issues and trades.
What about Vertigo? Is Vertigo on no-go?
No, Vertigo I can't read either.
Oh, okay.
I can't read anything right now. It's so I'm just
I can't read anything.
I can't. It's just
I'm sorry.
It's really distracting when I pick up one of their books. So I'm just taking a break. Maybe that's probably the best term. I mean, I'm sure I'll read their books again. But as soon as they figure out what they're doing, I'll be right there. I'll be right back.
So when they say we're going back to the old continuity,
that I don't know. To be honest, I'm not even counting on that happening. So.
And for anyone's wondering about me, it seems like most of the books I'm reading either are just going with the same direction they've been going with, like Jeff Johns' Green Lantern, or are just going in their own direction no matter what would have happened, like Frankenstein and a few other books like that.
Yeah. Well, Batman, Snyder's Court of Owls thing was pretty much in the works when they were going to do this thing.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's, that's one of the best books because it was doing a story. It wasn't trying to, like, reinvent the wheel for the 50th time.
Yeah, all my things are things that could have happened if they just didn't do a reboot. They could have just said, we're launching an Animal Man title. Yeah. And they were obviously going to do something with Swamp Thing because of the big deal they made out of him in Brightest Day. I'm mostly paying attention to the stuff that, no matter what, seems like they were just going to do it anyway.
Yeah. All right, so...
we had news.
With all that said...
Our final word.
With all that said about that...
We have a lot of Marvel.
Marvel is doing their response to the DC 52 with their Marvel Now. And people did panic, like, oh no, they're rebooting too. It's like, well, not really.
Still getting people who think that.
Yeah.
It annoys me.
And I knew Marvel doesn't do stuff like that. And
they very rarely do. And when they do, it's necessary.
Rarely. And this is pretty much Marvel being Marvel, just renumbering stuff. And
they're not pulling a new trick. They're just polishing an old one.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of do stuff like this all the time anyway.
They just did it again. No, I'm kidding.
If anything, they're kind of stealing DC's marketing.
So does that mean we're going to see a prominent female character fuck another male character in the first issue?
Oh, well, hopefully they won't rip off DC's treatment of women, but... But I'm super excited because so far they seem to be making all the right choices. So far. I know Shades of Night is crazy about. I know Shades of Night isn't crazy about the X-Men stuff, and is pulling kind of a wait and see attitude.
I'm just not into that stupid Cyclops mask.
Yeah, although to be honest, I've gotten to the point where it's like his masks and costumes are kind of like Iron Man armor and Donald Trump's wives. It's not going to be around a long time.
Take that, rich guy who doesn't know or care about us.
Yeah. I don't approve of you much.
Yeah, it's just the goofy X shape. The rest of the costume's fine.
Yeah, it is, yeah, it's, I don't know, it's a bit much.
It's like if you put, like, rubber ducks on Thor's helmet. It's just so distracting.
So, yeah, I'm kind of excited. To be honest, I was kind of getting in the mood to going back to Marvel anyway. So, wow, this timing's pretty good. I have to say, I'm super excited about Rick Remender and John Romita Jr. on Captain America.
Yeah, he just instantly gets my attention now. After pretty much after Venom, I've learned that no matter what, if it sounds ridiculous or straightforward, he's getting my attention. He's amazing. I'm almost done with Fear Agent. Fear Agent's fucking awesome. He's a great writer. I've been getting into a bunch of different things he's done. Dark Horse. I'm trying to get this series called Strange Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just okay. Oh, Rick Remender, Captain America, and John Romita Jr. Shut up and take my money.
I know. Some people don't like John Romita Jr. I love him. He's one of my favorites.
He's the only reason I went through when Avengers started again. He's the only reason I went through those issues.
Yeah, I mean, I just adore. Occasionally, he draws all the fucking time. So occasionally, there's going to be some things that aren't as strong. But I just love his work so much.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He's never done a run on Captain America. He's drawn Captain America, but he's never done a run on the book.
Oh.
And at least that's what I've heard. And I think that's probably correct, actually.
He's been around for so long and done so much that it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, he's drawn everybody. I mean, he's the Marvel artist.
He's drawing my feet right now.
and I haven't read the Venom series by Remender, but I've heard such good praise on this. And the fact that one of the things I hear about it is, the military aspects of writing a soldier. It's like, okay, let's do it.
Captain America showed up in the book, and he had him down packed.
Yeah.
So I owe my faith.
So, yeah, very, very excited for Captain. And I was kind of, ever since the Captain America movie last year, and then the Avengers movie, I've been kind of really feeling Captain America lately. And
I want to say I'm with you, and then I read the relaunch #1 and said no. It wasn't bad. It's just that compared to his previous Captain America run, it was disappointing as hell.
Well, I didn't read that issue. I didn't read that Captain America #1.
I think he's had more than fucking Aquaman at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next Captain America #1.
And the one after that, the year later. Jesus, I'm shocked.
When we were doing the Geekvolution Dark Knight Rises panel, we were making sure that there was no delay on anybody's mic, so we decided to count off.
Yeah.
To make sure everybody's set, and then I suggested that we should count off Marvel style, and that would be like 1, 2, 3, 1.
No. One of you should have said 625.
Yeah. Well, but there was more of us. It was,
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 625, 1.
Wait, what you said 1 again? I renumbered.
All right, now let's go to Deadpool, which I don't read. Are you interested in this?
I will say this. The creative team has me considering possibly making a decision on whether or not I might think about possibly looking through this book at the store.
Wow.
It has Tony Moore, who's awesome.
Yeah.
Brian Posehn, who many people will probably recognize as the priest from Silver Surfer.
Okay.
That's the only way I can make people remember who that guy is.
Yeah.
And then some other comedian I never heard of, but I know a little about Posehn at least. He's a massive comic fan. Massive. And he basically, in an interview, he said, I'm just writing a comic book I would read. And he's insane. So I'm at least going to give it a shot. This is odds are I'll probably be like, I don't care. But I'll look at the Tony Moore art for the 2 issues every 2 issues he does out of 5.
And that Jeff Darrow cover is insane.
I know.
I mean, that guy has a screw loose. I mean, amazing work he does.
Yeah, let's see. We need to switch over. We're coming close to the end here.
Okay.
Okay, and after an We totally spent an hour marveling at that Darrow. Dear God, that cracks my brain the more I stare at it. The next two books we're going to talk about are Fantastic Four and FF.
Yeah. Now I won't be reading Deadpool, but this got me excited. I dig Matt Fraction, Mark Bagley, and Mike Allred, and wow.
I'm not really high on Bagley. He's just like a standard artist to me. I don't get really hyped up when I see him on something.
He is, but when he's really good, he's fun to look at. And
he has his moments.
One of the things I like so much about Mark Bagley is he is classic superhero art.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing too extreme or different or extravagant about him. He is just clean, beautiful-looking superhero art.
He's a safe bet for me.
Yeah, maybe it's because of my generation growing out of the '70s, but I mean, he kind of fits into that kind of like style, like Jim Aparo and and John Romita, and some of those guys like that. And I think there definitely should be a place for guys like this, and thankfully he keeps finding his niche. And Mike Allred, of course, is completely different.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I hate Ant-Man, and this is,
I was waiting for that to come.
But I love She-Hulk, and I love Mike Allred, and I really enjoy Matt Fraction. So you know what? Okay, and I have no opinion.
It's the Scott Lang Ant-Man, so it's the one I don't hate. Okay.
Oh, the Scott Lang?
Yeah, that's Scott Lang.
Wait, he's dead.
No, he came back in Avengers Children's Crusade.
Holy shit!
Here's the thing, though. His daughter died in the same issue. It was really, really sad.
Bullshit.
It was a tearjerker. It was...
Oh, I didn't know she died. That sucks.
Well, here's the thing. That book was so delayed and so under talked about that I am not shocked you're having this moment right now.
Fuck. That sucks.
I would have been like, when I first got the last issue, I'm like, I don't have to read this to my great-great-grandchildren. I was excited to finally get my hands on it. And then I was like, Scott, I forgot they brought Lang back. Like, they brought him in, I think, a few issues before this. And then it ends with seeing Cassie dead, and it's just punch to the fucking gut. It was, damn you, Heinberg.
That sucks. I don't like Heinberg.
Done really well, though.
It's like he ruined Wonder Woman. Isn't that bad enough?
I never read that, so I can't say anything.
He ruined Wonder Woman.
I thought that was Jodie. I can't say her last name.
No. It was Heinberg.
Okay, fine. I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
Who reads Wonder Woman? Who doesn't?
I don't.
Actually, both of us.
I've never. I've only read
then
Wonder Woman.
Don't get on me about like who did what for Wonder Woman. Like I know.
I'm just going by other opinions. I'm only young.
Opinion? It's fact. He worked on Wonder Woman before Jodie What's-Her-Face.
Where am I?
But, yeah, okay, well, cool. Scott Lang, that just improved it for me. I didn't... Actually, here's the thing. I've never really had, a bad opinion towards Scott Lang.
I had really no opinion of him.
And I always kind of felt sorry for him. Because he's not even... Because he dated Jessica Jones in the Alias comic.
Mm-hmm.
And Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, set them up as, to go on a date. And she, mentions it to her, and she goes, Ant-Man?
Oh.
You want me to go out with Ant-Man? And then she goes, no, not Hank Pym. Scott Lang, the second one.
Ouch.
Oh, and she says, and then Jessica Jones says, he's not even the real Ant-Man?
Oh, that hurt me. Ow.
So, yeah, I mean, there's that attitude with him. But, I don't know, as a character, I've always kind of, he seemed decent enough.
Yeah.
But fuck that. She-Hulk is here, and Mike Allred is drawing it. I would buy a She-Hulk book right now if they made it. And now I'm not talking about Red She-Hulk. I'm talking about Jennifer Walters' She-Hulk. Oh,
It'll be written by Hitler and drawn by Mussolini.
Done. Buy it.
Yes. Along with the two people we keep mentioning, Medusa and some girl in a thing costume. It literally says that in the description. A new character.
And her name is Miss Thing.
Yeah, which I will see how Fraction's gonna go with that.
Well, that is totally a Mike Allred creation.
Yeah, he probably was like, "Can we just do this?" Well, you're Mike Allred, so I'll accept that idea.
Yep. Weird ass idea. Okay.
Like it hasn't failed for him before.
I'm guessing the suit is super strong or something like that, but she doesn't have anything that protects her head.
She just stole it from Michael Chiklis. Her origin story is she tried to rob Michael Chiklis, and he just has the movie costume in like a nice glass case, and she just walks off with it.
Yeah.
Screw all the valuables and the thousands of copies of No Ordinary Family he still has around. He just takes the costume.
It's such a hilarious idea. So, I'm excited for Fantastic Four, but I'm more excited for FF.
I'm probably more excited for FF only because I like the artist more than again, Bagley's fine. He's just not like one of the ones who gets me. Allred I will look at. I will, especially after you got me into iZombie, you bastard.
Yeah. Did you read Did you read the end of iZombie yet?
I'm on trade still. I haven't even gotten the third volume.
Oh, okay. Oh man,
I need to. I'm gonna feel. I know I'm gonna feel sad when I get to the end of it.
You do feel good but sad at the same time, man.
Did it at least have an ending or?
It has. Oh, it has a clear ending.
That makes me feel better. I was kind of worried about that. Like, oh no, did they even let him write an ending?
No.
Okay.
I think the last few issues, it does feel a tiny bit rushed. Because I think I think they were hoping to have a little more time to work on, but it wasn't too rushed. So I think they got notified just in time before they really got going with other stories.
Okay, good, because I was worried about that when Eureka was ending.
Yeah.
Because the way that goes is, okay, we're going to give you a season. Okay, now we're giving you a 6-episode season. Fuck that, we're giving you one more episode.
Well, that also happened with the Daria cartoon.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, well, because the show ran 5 seasons, and they were going to do, like, the creators wanted to do, like, the last season and, like, tie everything up and, you know, her the last half of her senior year and stuff like that. And MTV said, nope, do it in a movie.
Eureka didn't even get a fucking movie.
Yeah, they got, like, a 90-minute movie, so they had to squeeze everything in.
You know, like Farscape got a mini series, and they really needed it.
Yeah, at least didn't that miniseries come after the show was canceled?
Yeah, well, the thing was, it got canceled, and fans lost their shit, and actually pulled money together to put ads in newspapers to spread awareness about how the show got canned. And because of that, Sci-Fi said, okay, fine, we'll give you a miniseries to do your best to wrap up the story, because the way that the last season ends, it ends on a giant cliffhanger. So if they didn't get anything, you would have been screaming at your television.
Same thing happened to Twin Peaks, actually.
Oh, yeah, that one's more.
That ended on a cliffhanger.
A big cliffhanger. And from what I'm told, the movie that follows up on it was a giant disappointment.
Well, yeah, because partly it was a prequel.
Yeah.
It's like, well, fuck! I want to know I know how Laura Palmer died.
Well, no, now you got to see Ray Wise more. Granted, that's always awesome, but
I know, it was so irritating.
Yeah.
All right, now what are we talking about? I've lost track.
Yeah.
Oh, X-Men 1 Legacy.
We're screwing this up. Yes, the series featuring writers whose name I'm never going to say. I can't pronounce these names to save my life.
Let's see. Let me take a look. Where are we going?
Oh boy.
SPURRIER and Tanning Hot. Tanning Hot.
I will use my Tanning Hot to defeat you. Yes, the vague cover that goes along with it is a collage.
Yeah.
It's just taking chunks of other somewhat famous X-Men covers and then attaching it to whoever the hell tried to make the Wonder Woman pilot.
Yes, cover by junior high school student Debbie.
Congratulations, Debbie. You get a D.
13-year-old Debbie Winston.
She's going nowhere and she doesn't give a rat's ass.
She put it together in her, I don't know, English class.
Put it together during study hall while other jackasses like me were listening to our iPods blaring or whatever.
Just doing a couple for Marvel.
Yeah, with creators I've never really heard of. I've heard of the artist. I've seen him on something, but
yeah, I guess I can see why Shades of Night is nervous.
The series will have Legion, the son of Charles Xavier.
Oh, the much beloved Legion.
Exactly. I almost forgot that character existed before I read that sentence.
The guy with the hair that stands up for some weird reason, and the one who caused the Age of Apocalypse.
Oh, wow. Shades,
that was his fault.
Shades, I'm so getting your point now. Jeez. Yeah, I don't care.
This stupid ass was the one who caused it.
And he's getting his own series.
Yeah. All right.
Then again, we're pushing for an Uwe Boll Rob Liefeld movie, so
which I want.
Yeah, I know. If we can't get that Disney one we pitched, we need to get that. Okay. So, more Marvel. God, they're paying me tonight, I'm guessing. In imagination. Kelly Sue DeConnick and Stefano Caselli are taking over Avengers Assemble. Hey!
Yay!
Yeah, a creative team that makes me interested in that book because I'm pretty sure I mentioned it here before, but that first issue was so goddamn generic.
Let's see. Oh, what? Avengers Assemble?
With Bendis and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was surprisingly generic. It looked and read like the kind of comic you get with your Burger King meal.
Exactly.
It was that kind of thing. Like, you get the little crown and you get the comic book.
I didn't get a crown, though.
I feel so. It should have came with a crown. It would have felt very appropriate.
Comic shops just have these crowns.
I don't know what these Burger King crowns are doing connected to these comics, but here it is.
Here you go, grown-ass man.
You know what? When I was a kid, they Hardee's had these great little Happy Meals. Not Happy Meals, but, kids' meals. And they had the, the boxes that were just like the McDonald's Happy Meals, but it was like they did a Marvel promotion.
Mm-hmm.
It was so cool because each one had like one themed, like for Spider-Man and Captain America and Hulk, and they had little different kind of effects on them. I think there was a 3D effect, and on the back it would like say their little stories and stuff like that, and they were awesome. I really love them. I still remember to this day. It was like probably 77 when that was happening, when they were doing that. And I still think fondly of them. And I don't have any of those boxes left or any of the I think they had little toys or something in them. They were like really cheap looking because in the 70s, they didn't care so much about painting the details right. But I loved them. And the Avengers Assemble comic is coming out.
Yes, with a creative team that I'm interested in because after reading Captain Marvel, I really want to read more from DeConnick.
You read Captain Marvel?
Yes. If anyone's curious,
I love that book.
I love the writing. The art was god awful.
Well, the art is I don't know.
I almost couldn't finish it.
I like the art, but I will not fight about it. It's one of those things where I can see why someone wouldn't like it.
I just couldn't stay. I was like, I'm going to get through this. It's good, but I just can't stare at this fucking artwork.
Yeah, it's such a weird choice. Like, I have this feeling he's going to be fired.
Like, why couldn't you get Terry fucking Dotson?
I don't
Something,
know.
Or even, like, because the cover, like, whatever the cover was, I think it was an Ed McGuinness cover.
Yeah, Ed McGuinness.
I liked that cover. Why couldn't we get an artist who, you know, who at least, couldn't we at least get a better fucking colorist or something? Like, the color was even bothering me. Coloring doesn't usually affect me like that.
You know what the art looks like?
Yes.
The art looks a lot like the Brian Michael Bendis Secret Wars. It reminded me a lot of that.
Yeah, it does look a lot like that guy.
But
so maybe if this guy just did covers, he'd be fine. But I can't look at him in interiors.
Yeah, I didn't hate his art, but I will totally get why people do. So it's one of those things.
It just made it harder to read. If they had a better artist, I would have given that book a full 5 stars. I only gave it like 3.5 because that art really distracted me.
So yeah, I'm told. I don't know if I can stretch my budget for another book. But yeah, Spider-Woman's in this,
and Captain Marvel's in this. She's not in the cover here, but in the article it says she's here.
Oh, cool.
So it's not going to be the movie. So it's not going to
up.
look like it's trying to pander to people who only saw the movie.
Yeah,
which enhances the totally did not come out of a Burger King thing. Because that's the thing. Like, well, that's what really gave it that feeling was you're just pandering to people who saw the movie.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what added to my I don't give a crap feeling on it.
That's what Marvel does. It's like, hey, we got a movie, let's pander the shit out of it.
I know, but I don't like some of them turned out Invincible Iron Man. They made and said you could read this after seeing the movie, and you know what? That worked. Mm-hmm. This not so goddamn much.
Oh. Hey, you want to keep on with Avengers stuff?
Yes, I do, Manos. Yes, I do. Take this.
Da-da-da-da-da! Josh Whedon to return to write and direct The Marvels 2. Ba-da-da-da-da.
The Marvels 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's what it says in the headline.
It says Marvels The Avengers 2.
What did I say?
You said Marvels 2.
Oh,
oops. Did they make that into a movie? Because I love Marvels.
Yeah, that Marvels 2 was terrible, though.
I liked Marvels 2.
Oh. Okay.
Did you read it?
Actually, no.
It was really good. You almost lost me, you bastard.
Anyway.
You were about to have words.
Let's see. Breaking out of today's Disney investors press call, which that
was last week as of this recording.
Yeah, well, I'm just reading.
I know, I'm sorry.
Slash Film is reporting that Joss Whedon is to return to write and direct the sequel to Marvel's The Avengers. For now, we're going to call it Marvel's The Avengers 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
That's right. Citizens on patrol.
The Quickening. The Search for Curly's Gold. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, we're... no date yet, blah, blah, blah. Of course, the Captain America Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy and the Dark World. Edgar Wright's Ant-Man or
Iron Man 3 and all that jazz.
Yeah. So yeah, my guess is they're gonna like use these films to build up to the next one. So
yeah, that's kind of exactly what they're gonna do. They haven't said it yet, but it's obvious.
Also, he's developing a live-action television series set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for ABC.
Yeah, with no detail. People are like, what do you think it's going to be? Like, someone jumped to a conclusion and said, it's totally going to be a Runaway series. Why?
Because he wrote the comic for a little while.
Like, okay, that's the first reason people gave me. When I asked this guy, he's like, because it's awesome!
Well, that's always a good reason.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like, I'm awesome. It doesn't mean we need to make a TV show based around me.
Don't be shocked if it's that short film they made. I think it's called Object 29 or something like that.
Based on that.
Yeah, don't be surprised if that's it.
It's just going to be a sitcom with Agent Coulson.
Yeah.
Where it's like a prequel to everything, and he's just like, honey, I'm home, and it's just really bad, but everyone watches it because it's fucking Coulson.
Yeah, I would watch a Coulson show.
Even a cheesy sitcom. Because that's what that actor came from. He came from some sitcom on CBS before he did these movies.
Well, good. Hey, we were talking about Captain Marvel. How much do you want to see Captain Marvel in the next Avengers movie?
A lot. I really want to, because that book made me like Carol Danvers, and I never had any feelings towards Carol Danvers.
Oh, really? I've always liked the character when I see her in Avengers, but I've never, I don't know. It was one of those things. I never investigated the character in her own book.
You see, that's the thing. I've really never liked any Bendis Avengers. I've maybe two out of the 24 issues I've given a shot. I've liked 2.
Well, yeah, he's another one of those writers where, I love, but okay, I get that you don't love it. And there's some things he does that frustrates me. So, when people don't, when people say, I hate Bendis, fuck them.
Oh, I don't hate him. I finally read the first dozen issues of Ultimate Spider-Man, the 2000 run. That's great. He finally has proof that he deserves praise from me.
Oh, well, his Daredevil run is fantastic.
I need to get that, but they keep, anytime they say, oh, the trades are out of print, but we're putting out the Ultimate Collections, which are also out of print.
I can tell you right now, I love his run on Daredevil. It's near flawless. I loved his Alias comic.
I need to look into that. I need to...
That's a great book.
I've always been meaning to look into that. I've been meaning to get into Powers.
Yeah. Oh, Powers is great, especially the first few trades of it. I particularly like The Death of Retro Girl and Little Deaths. Those are my 2 favorites.
I saw a bunch of Powers trades at this used bookstore that sells them for half price. I'll have to look into that.
Oh, yeah, you should take a look. But, let's see. It's weird because it's often said, he's not the best writer for the Avengers because he's, more of a crime solo character kind of guy. Mm-hmm. But he's totally reinvented, the line, and it's, one of the most popular books out there. Isn't that a weird contradiction?
I know, the guy deserves my respect. I know he, the praise he gets, he's earned it.
Yeah, he's almost single-handedly, put them on top again. But at the same time, it's frustrating to read. Maybe that has something to do with it.
And it also doesn't help that a bunch of people are like, oh, he was never good. What the fuck ever?
Oh, yeah, the second he's off the book, people are going to go, thank God, he fucking sucks. He was the worst.
Well, people have been saying, I've been hearing people down on him for the last few years now.
Yeah, well, he does kind of pull some the same tricks, and when he does them too often,
it's insane.
It can get a little tiresome. Yeah. Especially, I think my biggest problem with Avengers is sometimes he will not have enough for the characters to do. So sometimes during a story, they'll all just be standing around.
The main thing that always just I got. It seemed like, okay, I get it. You want to write a Luke Cage book. I want to write a Nick Cage book. And I get it. You want to write him. You're Brian Michael Bendis. You could probably convince Marvel to give you this.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I'm surprised he never did.
Probably because
I'm really surprised because he really took to the character.
Yeah, I'm already doing it in Avengers. Why bother? Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe he just couldn't convince him. I don't know why. But
or maybe he just didn't want to put another series on his plate, which, may I mind you, is larger than the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
So maybe he just didn't want to spread himself just too thin. Who knows?
Maybe. That's probably why he pulled back from Spider-Woman as well.
No. That was a combination of Believe just couldn't get it done, and he kind of felt like he kind of did the story he really wanted to tell. And
that really sucks. Because, that was, put off for so long, he's going to write it. Oh, he's going to do it. It's I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, let's get Secret Invasion done. Okay, all right, now we're going to do it. And then 7 issues came out.
Same thing, Moon Knight ended essentially the same way from what I understand, too.
Yeah, but when he's on, I just actually even in stories I don't particularly like so much, his dialogue just saves it.
He's really good at dialogue.
His
That's
dialogue
usually
is
packed.
I enjoy the shit out of his dialogue, and um, you know, I love the fact that he'll make fun of things that's going on in Marvel in conversation, like in a recent issue of Avengers, like Spider-Man started asking Wolverine, "Who put you in charge of a school?"
Sad thing is,
It was
I'm
so funny.
convinced he told them to do that. Like, you should totally put him in school.
Yeah, they were at one of their dinner meetings or something like that, and Spider-Man just keeps going like, "Who lets you near their kids?"
Uh, that still doesn't top that issue of Avenging Spider-Man where it's Spider-Man, She-Hulk, and Cats. That's always going to win.
That's a great, yeah. That was a good one.
We
All right,
probably
hey,
really need to be getting going. God.
yeah, we're kind of like drifting a lot today. All right, so all right, so basically Marvel Studios may be getting the film rights to Daredevil again. Woohoo!
Will they do anything with it?
We don't know.
Yeah, I remember when they said we got the Punisher rights back.
Yeah.
To be fair, that franchise had 3 movies that just didn't stick. One of them is unfortunate, kind of didn't stick. It's been forever, but I do remember liking the Tom Jane one. Daredevil, kind of, thanks to the director's cuts, kind of been forgiven by a lot of people.
Well, I think the director's cut has like become the movie for the most
Yeah,
part.
like Walmart just sells that.
Yeah, because I mean, in comparison, the theatrical cut is not even a finished film. And it's almost unfair to judge it in that respect. It's like, seeing like a rough cut of like, I don't know, the Man of Steel or something like that, and basing your opinion on that.
All Deadliest Catch footage. They never put it in any
Yeah,
super
what a
bad
terrible
scenes.
movie. The movie's only 30 seconds long. That sucks.
No. It's 30 minutes. Like, Zack Snyder loved being on that boat so much.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's kind of become the movie. I think it has kind of redeemed it, really. Because it is obviously better. And which is weird, because I didn't even watch, like, the director's cut for the longest time, because, I've been burned in the past with director's cuts and shit like that. Like, oh, wow, the director's cut. And it's like nothing. It's like,
It's 7 more minutes of characters walking.
Yes. It's like, oh, great, I'm glad I saw him close that car door.
The only, because, and I am ashamed to say this, I'm just going to get the movie this weekend because it's $5 at Walmart. I haven't seen the Daredevil director's cut.
Yeah.
At least I don't think I have. I see whatever version they put on TV, and I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's the theatrical cut, though.
Okay. Well, it seriously makes the theatrical cut look like a trailer.
Oh boy! The only like different cut I've seen where I could tell they've actually added something in was not the final gigantic brick Watchmen with the Black Freighter stuff. Added in, but the one they put out just when the movie came out where they had the Hollis Mason scene.
Yeah.
That's the only notable thing. The rest of it, I can't tell where the other 20 minutes that they added back in went.
I think that goes to more of like a lot of pacing. It kind of like spreads the film out a little bit, and it doesn't feel as rushed.
And mind you, I have a god-awful memory, so who knows?
Yeah. I think that's the cut I have, actually. The one that doesn't have the pirate stuff, but it has the Hollis Mason stuff. Which is fine. I like that.
Barnes & Noble has the giant cut for $15.
Wow.
That's I'm convinced. Deal. Yeah, I'm convinced. I should have got. I go there all the time. No one else seems to buy it.
Yeah.
So I might just get it, but I already own it. So I'm like, do I really need this? How often am I going to try and watch this? Because I'm going to need to set out a whole fucking evening to watch that.
I know. But all right, Deadline is reporting the prospective Daredevil reboot director is resigned to the fact that Fox will never get the project off the ground for their October deadline. So, I don't know. We're still waiting.
And then there's Sorry about that technical problem. if something weird came up. There was that thing where they said, if you let us keep Daredevil, we'll let you use Galactus. And that was a trade that I knew conflicted people. It was like, well, we could get Galactus in Avengers too. And granted, that might have been worth it because we'd probably be able to see him and not see the smoke monster's cousin.
Oh no! The Earth is being invaded by London!
What a terrifying idea. It's gonna be led by Michael Caine. It's gonna be terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoever, I did not know that Galactus was actually a Ridley Scott film. I thought he was an alien that ate planets, but apparently...
He's just a Ridley Scott production.
Yeah, apparently he's Black Rain.
Okay, it makes all the sense in the world now you say it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I'm great that Marvel's probably going to get the Daredevil rights back, but I don't know if they're going to do... Like, what could they really do with him?
I think...
Besides his own movie, like, after that, do you think they'd probably put him in Avengers somewhere?
I don't know. I mean, he's in the Avengers, but, he's not... I mean, he just joined the Avengers like 2 minutes ago.
He's going to join this show in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know. It's kind of neat seeing him in the Avengers, but, he's not necessary. And I'll be honest, after this big relaunch or whatever, if he's not in the Avengers anymore, I'll be fine with that because...
It seemed like a giant gimmick.
Maybe, or just like... Or maybe just wrangling characters. Like, oh, hey, we're doing this big war thing. We need, everybody to be on some kind of side or some shit like that. I don't know. It's just he seems so outgunned. I mean, he's Daredevil. He's an awesome guy, but I don't know. I don't know what he brings to the table besides lawsuits.
He's just going to be the Avengers lawyer, of course. We've solved it. He's just going to show up for legal wrangling.
Yeah, they got like She-Hulk for that.
We can have 2 lawyers. Yeah. That's the new Marvel Cinematic Universe idea. It's going to be a lawyer show with those 2 characters as partners.
You know what? You know what's always surprised me? That those 2 characters have never... I don't know if they've even met.
Wow.
You're
blowing my mind tonight, dude.
Well, first off, I'm always surprised they haven't had sex. Because...
Go on. I'm following you, I guess.
Because people tend to have sex with those they work with, sort of in their own circles. Well, okay. They're both superheroes. They're both lawyers. And they both fuck everything that moves.
Okay, now you've convinced me. I'm totally with you on this.
It's like, why hasn't that happened? I don't know.
Especially since Bendis will make this happen.
I actually think that Bendis doesn't like She-Hulk.
I'm going to follow you on this.
I just have a feeling he doesn't care for the character.
Yeah.
Oh. Because he had her removed out of the Avengers. That was in his first story arc. He got rid of her.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And just, I don't know. It's just like, it seems like, there have been times where they just kind of try and get rid of him. Get rid of her as much as he can. I don't think just from his attitude, he just doesn't seem like he cares for the character. Or even likes her.
Well, we're just critiquing the hell out of him tonight.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know about critiquing, but I mean, that's just my opinion. I think I just think his personal choice is he doesn't like the character. Now, maybe I'm just wrong and I'm just overreacting, but I mean, it just seems like he can't stand her.
Hey, if someone sends this to him and he emails me about it, I'll be happy as hell.
Well, no, I mean, if he goes...
I'm joking, mostly.
Well, if he goes like, hey, guy who calls himself Manos, I don't dislike the character. I love the character, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, great. I'd love to hear that.
I want him to do a video where he says, I want to talk to the so-called real Manos. I saw the movie. You weren't in it.
Yeah. I'm not even...
I'm going to see that movie this week, and if you're not in it, I'm going to be disappointed.
Duke, I'm not even criticizing him. I just don't...
I'm just being stupid. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's like, wait. I'm going to pull this back here. I'm not hating on him because he doesn't
I know. I went too far.
That's his choice.
I went too far on the joke, my bad.
If I was writing for some Marvel, I'd be hating on some characters. Like Namor. Like Namor would get
Namor for a Saw movie every issue.
Yeah, if I was writing some book at Marvel, I'd kick the shit out of Namor in any time he appeared.
You have to put Namor in your book. Okay, I'll put a chainsaw in there too.
Yeah, I'll stick it up his ass. What do you think about that?
Can his superpowers withstand a chainsaw there?
Yeah, to the point where Marvel fans would be going, "What the fuck is with you and Namor?"
And then you just put out this giant.
Can you just let it rest?
And then you say your future plans for Namor.
And then I go, well, I just don't like him.
I just don't like him. Now, if you excuse me, I have to try and make him watch Batman and Robin. Or something,
all right, ready to move on?
Our final story. We're at the 3-hour mark. No, we're not. So apparently, Warner Brothers still thinks they can get a Justice League movie off the ground.
Oh, yeah, it's totally happening.
Yeah, totally. And I'm going to become the fucking president.
Oh, hey, congratulations, Mr. President.
You're not my vice president.
Because that Justice League movie's totally going to happen.
Yes. If this happened, Dan, you're totally my vice president, and then we could reinstate Big Wheel.
Whoa.
What?
Dan is totally your vice president? What the fuck?
We made a deal.
For what? I'm just some sort of asshole?
You're a Secretary of State.
Secretary of State, okay.
Cap, don't ask me what we're doing for you yet. I'm still planning this all out because I have no idea if it'll happen. I'm sure it will. Anyway, so Warner Brothers, they are convinced that they can get this movie done, and a big rumor is apparently they want Ben Affleck to direct it.
Well, he actually said no.
Oh, he said, well, again, I'm a little behind, to be fair, but okay. Like, why go for him in the first? I've heard he's a good director, but really, I.
Oh man, this is old news. He's not doing it.
Oh, okay. I feel out of date. So I'm still becoming the president, though. I am so the president. No, I just saw this and was like, well, someone told me to mention it. Like, I wanted to be nice. So yeah, okay. Comic news is over, I suppose.
Yes.
We have.
Hey, Duke. Do you want to talk about that reboot that DC has coming up?
You're being an asshole right now.
No. I heard Scott Snyder's going to be writing Batman. We should probably talk about that.
You're so fired. Anyway, I could just cut this, but I won't. Anyway, so before we go, we have one thing to mention, and this is at the request of Captain Logan. He has sent us a vague Geekvolution teaser.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Have you seen it?
No, I didn't know about this.
You'll see it when the video goes up. He is planning.
Man, I gotta wait just like everyone else.
Oh, the last time I tried sending you a picture on Skype, it was like I was trying to send a message to the moon.
Okay.
With like an old 80s cell phone. So, yeah, I'm going to describe it to you, Manos. It is a insanely vivid image of nothing but black and bright green eyes staring at something. So obviously, it's going to be a year-long event about Captain Logan getting really awesome contact lenses.
Okay, so it's green eyes in the midst of blackness. Is that what you're saying? No,
it's just a black background, and then there's green eyes.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, you're trying to make it sound like there's more detail to it. And
okay, black with green eyes.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
He decided to take this in the spirit of the big Marvel teasers, He's planning something big next year over at
Okay.
Evolution, and I have no idea what the hell it is besides this image.
Should we give him a theme song for that then?
We're so going to work
Is that
on
what is that what he was hoping for?
Yes, Manos, he was hoping we would make him a theme song.
Well, you didn't tell me.
He didn't tell me. He's being
Wait.
really vague about this.
So it's a vague Geekvolution teaser.
There, you got your song. That'll be $50. So yeah, we can look forward to that. We're gonna have to look forward to that because we don't know anything about it.
Do you think this is a Doomsvince thing?
I don't know. I'm going with my original theory that he just got kick-ass contact lenses.
Yeah.
I mean, I would pimp the shit out of that for a year. But then again, I'm an idiot.
By the way, I think there's been occasional debate whether I'm a Doomslayer or not.
To be fair, you and me did invade Comic Book Late Night.
Yeah, well, you know,
However, no one's calling me that because it's insanely clear that I have no idea what the hell I was doing there.
Yeah, I know, no kidding. It's like, oh, you want me to do something? Okay, here's a fucking video.
No, it was like, what are you doing here? Wait, where the hell am I? Did you bring me here, Cap?
Let's see. So I just want to say right now that if the Geekvolution universe is ever split into teams, I am not a Doomslayer.
That's fascinating because those don't exist. They're Doomsayers.
Yeah. Whatever those things that don't exist, I'm not that.
Good, because that means I'd have to be a Logan Tier, and we'd have to have our own version.
Logan Tier. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. That's what I am.
I've never been more proud to admit that on the internet.
But it was funny. Yeah, I did know exactly totally what I was doing. He did tell me kind of the setup, and I was like, oh, okay, I think I know what that is. I thought it looked really, really good in the late night episode we did. And it's funny. Deadpoolzilla asked me to talk about Tenchi with him the other day, and we recorded a video, and he posted it yesterday.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's there.
It was kind of funny because he was like, we're gonna talk about Tenchi. It was like, oh, okay. And then I wasn't totally sure, and then he explained in the first few seconds while we're recording the video, this is what we would do if we got to do it for Western comics. I was like, oh, okay.
I thought we were just going to describe every episode detail by detail.
It's like, well, I haven't seen Tenchi in years, so...
I haven't either.
So I was like, oh, shit. Let me see. What would I... Because the premise was what we would do with Tenchi, if we had to write it. I was like, fuck, what would I do with Tenchi?
Let
me think.
I would make him a cowboy.
So just about everything I came up with was kind of on the spot. Although, to be honest, I've thought about that in the past because I like Tenchi, and I would write Tenchi if somebody gave it to me.
Then you'd put...
Well, fuck. Well, hold on. I'm struggling to pay my bills, so if you gave me Bobobo, I would write it.
Here's the thing. I have so many friends in high school who would consider you a god. I know a lot of girls who loved that show.
I hate that show.
I'm not entirely sure, but if all pans out, I'm going to an anime convention this fall, and he's going to be one of the guests, the guy who voiced him.
Oh,
I'm so going to get an autograph something for you now.
I just don't like the show.
Well, it's from Japan.
Well, that's not fair. I mean, there's some good stuff from Japan.
Yes, but that's a normal byproduct of Japan. No, my friends who love the show will admit that solely. This is what Japan's like. When they're not making something awesome like Cowboy Bebop, they're churning that out.
Well, oh yeah, everything we make is so awesome.
What are you talking about? Jersey Shore's amazing. I am so proud of that as an American citizen.
This random chunk of audio you are currently hearing is to appraise the somewhat random tangent we went on. So, if it gets awkward between audio, you now know why. Goodbye.
Man, we're really going off.
I don't give a rat's ass anymore.
It's like, dude, it's like, can we stop talking?
Do you ever get sick of hearing your own voice?
Yes.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
let's just get to the end here.
Screw you, Whitney Cummings. We're not giving you praise. And okay. So you can check us both out on Twitter and Tumblr.
Shit, you need to edit all that shit out.
I probably should, but here's the thing. I'm not. Anyway.
Okay, well, I apologize, people that had to listen to us drone on about crap.
You know they love it.
All right, but...
Okay, Twitter, Tumblr, where we do this only in text form. And also, please help out Lindsay.
Yes, help Lindsay, my girlfriend. Donate to her cause. She makes a wonderful little living doing plush dolls, and she's really awesome at it. She's actually an artist with plush, and she needs help to do kind of a mini tour of different conventions and shows. And she's got cool rewards if you do it. So
I donated.
That's right. Duke did it.
I didn't have a lot to give, but I gave it, damn it.
That's right. Any little bit helps. And yeah, check it out. Watch her video. She talks in the video. And let's see.
That was strange. I'm only used to having her talk to you when she's threatening to stab you with a knife, or she has a elephant puppet or something.
Yeah, that was my favorite video.
The elephant puppet or the stabbing you?
Anytime both of them were actually my favorites.
I don't know, we're only making the droning on worse, but my favorite part of the one where you had the elephant puppet was the fact that the lighting in the video changed drastically in between you. Like, oh my god, Clarence is so powerful. He could change the lighting in a room.
Yeah. I love that. And, one of the things was when we shot that, I thought, oh, maybe we should shoot this tomorrow. But then when I saw it, I thought, well, that's even funnier.
I know.
So the worse it looked, the funnier it was. So
yes. So yeah, you can please help her out.
Yes, and also don't forget to help me out. My comic book Red Knight is out. Issue 4 is out. You can buy all 4 issues at my Etsy shop. Etsy.com shop. The link will be at the below. It's Manos Publishing at Etsy.com. And issue 5 is going to come out in September. Hey, maybe next show, do you want to show a few preview pages?
If you can remind me, I'll do it.
Cool, we'll do it.
Totally going to do it. When we show back up in 5 months.
Yep.
After I finally figure out what news is considered current or not. I feel like an ass for that. I don't feel as bad as the Super Pets, because that still makes me laugh.
No, that was a real story. Yeah.
Yeah, that was real and current, and still pissed you right the hell off, and it made me laugh.
Yeah.
And it's still one of the best moments of this show. So, okay, we're going to now stop. We're actually going to stop talking. I hope you people can get with that idea. So until next time, I'm Duke.
And I'm the real Manos.
Goodbye. Now let's talk for another hour.